You're such a dork. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi to a bit of this and that. Came in early and reality theorist. Love that name. How are you? Reality says you can call me Ready Teddy or
I'm
Artie
ready,
the Party. Artie the Party. Artie. Artie.
Teddy.
All right.
Oh, good to see you all. Good to see you all. And
Yeah.
hello, my love.
Hi, baby.
I've missed you.
Aw,
It's
it's
only
been a
been
whole
half
half
an hour,
hour.
but I've missed you.
Aw, I love you so much.
Love you too.
I do. Yeah. So, all right. I'll get into it in a little while. Let people file in first.
Get into what?
PayPal and what's going on.
Mm. Yeah. You know, at the meeting, they all want to see you because they want to hear from you what you need. And you are the only one who knows what you need support-wise.
Right. You know, we were talking about Carrie Cassidy in the last video
Yeah.
about her interview with Kim Gogan,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, you know, I watched The Secret back in it was like 2006, 2007, whenever it came out, and that had a huge effect on me to where I am right now. But you know, at the time, I was a huge sports fanatic,
Yeah.
and I could tell you the stats from virtually any popular North American sport. But after watching The Secret, I stopped watching all sports except for the National Football League. And I'm coming around to Carrie, and it made me think because I changed my lifestyle so much after watching The Secret. Instead of watching sports, I would watch YouTube and
Yeah.
Project Camelot with her and Bill Ryan,
Yep. I didn't see him,
their
but
interviews, and that was huge in my awakening, watching them and their interviews. You know, and then I was thinking also about who else played a role in getting me to where I am right now, and
yeah.
you know, there's a number of people. Tom Marasso, who had Mythologic Radio. That was my first interview I ever did on online, and then Sam Muggsy and Colleen Thomas showed me how to do Blog Talk Radio. You know, and Lance White was the zany fireside chat with the zany mystic. He had a lot of great interviews, and I looked up to these people because they were out there doing it, and I wanted to do it, even though I was an introvert. You know, I wanted to bring these interviews out to people, knowing that it's in the greater good of humanity. So,
Probably felt drawn to, like, that's my mission.
yeah, yeah, and it made me think. Okay, well, who were some of your early influences that got you to where you are today?
Jesse Ventura.
Who's that?
He was a governor.
Oh, Jesse Ventura. I thought you said Jessica somebody.
Yeah, Jesse
Okay, yeah.
Ventura.
Yeah.
Obviously, David Icke.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Drive. That movie.
Mm-hmm.
Agenda 21. Certain things that I'd watched. Does that make sense? They made me go down rabbit holes. Does that make sense? It's like the music industry. I then went down the music industry. Does that make sense? And all the subliminal messages and all the Illuminati symbols and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the 9/11 stuff, and then there was FEMA camps, and then there was, do you know what I mean? So just one thing after another. But Jesse Ventura played a huge part because whatever he was looking at I then went and researched and thought that
Yeah.
can't be true. How can
Right?
that be true?
Let's put it out there to everyone watching right now. When you first awoke, all right, we'll put it out there. What year did you awaken, and who were your influences, or what were your influences? Maybe you were influenced by books. You know, there's a number of books I have that I have a whole bookshelf full of books that led me to where I am today. You know, Dolores Cannon was a huge influence on where I'm at spiritually. But I'm curious, you know, what year did you wake up? I think The Secret came out. Yeah, I think it came out in like 2006. At least the video. Maybe the book came out before that. I don't know. But it was like 2006, 2007 that the video came out. And that's what I got was the DVD.
Yeah. I can't remember what year it was. It was obviously after 9/11, but I couldn't tell you the
Yes.
year.
Yeah. There's our moderator, Mark. How are you, brother? Thank you for joining us. Maureen's
Mark.
back. Thank you for catching us.
Hi, Maureen.
Coming
I've
back.
got something for you. I can remember getting a little parcel or something. Wonder if I've probably sent it to you. I don't know. It's from ages ago, months ago now. So
Bren and Vera, Mary Jane's joining us. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Prescott.
hello.
M5D dynamic duo. Yeah.
Dynamic duo. I'm going to say that the class that I did yesterday with the remote viewing, you guys were on fire. You guys were amazing. So much information. So much information. So can't wait to share it with my friend.
Yeah. Another one of our moderators, Claudette. How are you? Thank you for being here. Hi, Von Craig, staying up late in the UK.
Yeah. You've got the same sleep pattern as me, Von.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know. It's. I can see it both ways. I can.
Yeah.
You're going to have to give me a little talk and see what you need beforehand then, if you don't come in, because obviously I want to be the most supportive I can be for you.
Was it? I don't. The book. I don't know. I know the video came out. I'm pretty sure at the end of 2006, because you know, I was still married to wife number 2, and I got divorced in the end of 2007, 2000, and it became official in 2008. So, yeah, it had to have been 2006 when it came out, the video. But like I said, maybe the book was, beforehand. Mark saying I haven't watched sports in at least 8 years. Bravo.
Yeah.
Amazing movie. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm loving some of these people are putting down.
Have you watched The Secret?
I didn't like it. Was like a documentary thingy. I was like,
Maureen's saying she's watched it maybe 50 times. I'm with you. At least that many. Yeah. And it sounds like a lot, but it's not, because you get something out of it every time.
it's okay. I like Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
That resonates with me big time.
Yeah.
But I liked, the book, opening up different pages of the book, The Secret. Yeah.
Yeah. Brent's saying around 2007 or so. I was there too with Project Camelot, Bibliotech Pleiades. Yeah, I love that website. They have a lot of stuff, a lot of the articles I wrote on there. Martel read The Secret a long time ago. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. You did really well as well yesterday. You did really well. I'm so impressed.
The first thing I heard was David Icke.
Yeah.
It's good timing, man. Yeah.
David Icke. Yes.
That's a huge. Yeah, definitely. The thing, what I love the most about him and his presentations is he gets to the meat and potatoes of what he's going to tell you, but he always finishes up with a positive spiritual note. Always.
Yeah.
there's hope.
Yeah. But it usually all revolves around take back your power. That's basically the message, isn't it?
That's true. Shirley MacLaine knew a lot about the truth. She tried telling the public. Another one for Jesse. What was the name of his show? Because I watched
Conspiracy theories.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was on like a funky channel here, like Access TV or something. It wasn't on like the main television station.
Yeah.
But it ended up going online anyway, where people could watch it there.
It was good.
Yeah, Dolores Cannon. Donna said she awakened in 1985 to the Dark Agenda. 2010, David Wilcock and David Icke got me driving down rabbit holes. Now, Donna, 85, I'm wondering, you were aware of harmonic convergence in 87. I know Phil Christopher was aware of that back then. I know of some people that were doing light work. In 85, I was leading rhythm guitar in a hard rock band, and that was the last thing I was thinking about was getting grounded and centered.
What does that mean? Harmonics?
Oh, it was this huge gathering. Jose Arguelles was one of the founders or the organizers of this event. And it was, apparently there was this alignment that was going on in 1985, and they made a big gathering out of it to bring peace and harmony throughout the world. And
okay,
it was a huge event in 87. So, but, I was still playing in bands then. I had no clue about, that this would be the path I would end up going.
I agree. Mary Jane, I agree. Alex Collier, yeah.
When he first came out, I was into good old Ralph Amagran. Bashar. He was a speaker at one of our N5D conferences in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't that somebody you told me about? I'll tell you later.
Daryl Anka, yes.
Okay. I've always questioned everything.
Okay, so The Secret was copywritten in 2006. So
Okay.
that's right, yeah. So it was like the end of 2006, 2007.
I agree. Reality theorists, look, we came to break the system and replace lies to truth. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. You guys are like so on top of things in the chat.
Wayne Dyer, yeah, I heard that he changed sides though, did he? I don't want to believe this. I really don't want to believe that at all.
Right? What the bleep do we know? That was
my God, that was amazing. That came in about 4. I remember having my neighbor gave it to us because we borrowed their copies and we loved it so much, me and my mum. He did copies for us. Remember on the CDs? And we loved it. We watched one after the other. It was a deaf girl, wasn't it? It was all, and she was experiencing all these different experiments. That's when I found out about the double slit theory.
Yes.
And all of that.
Yeah. That the presentation they did on there for the double slit was fantastic. So simple, anybody could understand it. There's a guy, Ben Stewart, who did Esoteric Agenda. And that was one of my all-time favorite spiritual awakening videos, because he also makes his videos similar to David Icke, where he finishes up on this powerful spiritual note. But he's the one that introduced me to Gregg Braden, and how Gregg Braden talked about us only having 20 of the 64 codons in our DNA turned on. That got me going down this road of DNA upgrades and awakenings, and this had me working on my DNA ever since. So Yeah, that was that was huge for me. Ben Stewart. He ended up doing another video, a sequel to Esoteric Agenda called Kymatica, which is another great film too.
Mm. Oh, lost the comments. Oh, they're back. Have we said hello to everybody? Shannon, hello. Donna Hill, and Tanya. I don't know if I've said hello to everybody, but if I haven't, I'm sorry. Chrissy.
The Law of One material too. I got into. I found that was really interesting, and it
The
makes
law of
sense.
one. What do you
Yeah,
mean? I've not heard that.
it's one of the universal laws. It's the law of one, that everyone is one, comes one, is from one. Um, yeah, David Wilcock ended up doing something about that. I have a video on this channel about the law of one that I did way back when I first got into it. So
Perhaps each one of these little topics, you could bring it up,
yeah,
because, people, there's so many videos that you've got. It's like
yeah,
redoing them. Abraham Hicks, yes, definitely. Law of attraction, Tanya. I totally agree with that. It's and that's a little something of what I want to talk about later. Deepak Chopra, yes. Yeah. Quantum healing. Yeah. Yeah.
hang on.
Greg B. Around 2000, I went to Virginia Beach and got a course in miracles and tried to get through it, but I never got it done. But I've read several books on it, and I love Alan Cohern. Oh, hi, Seeker. Welcome back. You two are so bright. Just love it. Oh, well, thank you. You help us shine. You help us make us feel really connected with you all. We do. We adore it. We adore this energy. Oh, remember you from way back. Yeah. See, Greg has changed lots of people's lives, and this is important that he understands that if there's a problem going on, then it's the family that come together. So we're going to be talking about that in a little bit. New pop-ups. Spiritual awakening was Sherry. My spiritual awakening was summer 2019. The first 3 spiritual books I read were The Return of the Divine Sophia, The Synchronicity Key, and Get Off Your Knees. So,
David Icke.
absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I had a book. I don't know. I might still have it somewhere too. It's by Sonia Choquette, and it goes through all the chakras. It's called True Balance, and she goes through all the chakras and intimately, and gives you so many wonderful suggestions of what you can do to get each chakra fine tuned. Great book. Holographic disclosure. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. When all you have is a phone. The internet is hard to read when all you have is a phone. I know. Perhaps. Yeah, it is hard. Perhaps get a tablet, maybe. Tablets aren't as expensive as getting a computer, and they're probably easier. Yeah. Thank you for moderating so well, Mark.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
We do. We do, we do, we do. So can I talk about things, darling? Can I get that done now?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I can't click it in here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just going to click it.
So, with as people know, Greg's been going through a hard time with Facebook and with YouTube, and now he just got another sucker punch with PayPal. The PayPal just decided that they were going to cancel his PayPal account on some randomly stupid excuse. So it's like one thing after another after another. And as we said, Gregg has been a big part of lots of people's awakening. He's written lots and lots of articles, and he did it without expecting anything back at all. And he's not the one asking either, I am. There's got to the point where it's like, how do you then make ends meet? How do you then get, when you're so shadow banned that they are literally trying to cripple him? And so I couldn't bear watching the love of my life going through what he's going through and doing this on his own. It's like it's all on his shoulders, and yet he's got an In5D family who love him as much as I love him, or probably not as much as I love him, but you still love him. So we're having to do a call out to say, please, is there anything that you can think of that we're not doing that might get us past the shadow banning? Does that make sense? Now, there's the lovely lady, Sarah Anu. So thank you, Sarah. And she has done a big marketing. It's like a presentation. She's done a presentation, and there's a lot of really good information in there that we can definitely use. Gregg knows more than I, but yeah, so there's that. But there is only Gregg, does that make sense, who is doing a lot of this. And so kind of, it's like, is there any volunteers out there who've got IT skills, who's got, Gregg will be able to say what help you need?
Yeah. Well, it's something, what if people want to submit articles on, whenever they feel spirit guides them to, I can give you access to the In5D as a writer, to the In5D website as a writer, and I can help you out with the thumbnail picture that you'll have, or you can just let me take care of that. Just put the article in there. Also, I'm going to need some people who can post memes, quality spiritual memes, on In5D, on the In5D Facebook page, and I can make you a moderator on there where you can put posts in there as well. And somebody, maybe I might end up getting somebody to help with the messages on there as well. Videos would be like somebody who can create like video shorts that can be shared on Facebook or TikTok, Instagram, those kind of videos where it's not like the wide picture. It'd be like these kind of shorts, cell phone kind. I'd be looking for help for that. And sharing. I have a list. I sent Allie a list of articles that it's all you gotta do is copy and paste it and share it in groups and on various social network sites. That would help immensely. I hate asking anyone for anything. God, I really hate that.
But what you've got to, I've told Gregg, he's created this beautiful hub, and it's grown and grown and grown, and now there's a family. Does that make sense? That he's got all this family together, and that means that you're not alone. Does that make sense? You're not alone in all of this pressure on your shoulders. And don't see it as you're having to ask people or beg people for help. There's a lot of people who have already come forward and said, hey, I'd like to help. I'd like to do more. You know, they've got something to give. They want to give. And there are usually ways that we find, there are ways that we can give back somehow, which we will. It's like a barter system. Does that make sense? There's some people who just want to give, but if there's anything that we can do as well, we will. But it, you know, in exchange, does that make sense? It's an energy exchange, and it's not you saying, please help me, please help me. It's an energy exchange, and we just need to call out before things go under. Do you see what I mean? Because you know, at the end of the day, can you go and get another job? Does that make sense? To pass you by? Does that make, you know, at the end of the day, you've had that, you know, you've had so much health problems. You know, the best way for you is self-employment. That is the best way that you're going to get by. And what better project than in 5D? You know, if you had to go and get another job, or, you know, people would miss in 5D. They'd miss the, you know, what you're doing, you know, the articles and things, the new articles, the, you know, the videos that you create. People would miss that. And so, you know, so it's calling upon people. If there is anybody who can help, please contact me, contact Greg, and just, you know, reach out to us. That's all we're asking.
In exchange, you know, if you have a, you know, practice or a business or whatever, I can give you, you know, free advertising on in 5D and send traffic your way as well. So
Yep.
that's, it's all about, you know, helping you as well.
Yep. Yep. This is it. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be a community here. So what happened at the last straw yesterday? So I thought, okay, let's start hashtag saving 5D. Let's start that up, okay? And then yesterday, this kind of very sad face on the end of the phone, and it was like yet another thing that they're doing. Do you want to explain what that was?
Yeah, yeah. My PayPal got shut down, and it, you know, for some stupid reason, and I don't think I'll be able to get it back up again. So, I mean, I can write them, but you know, there's PayPal alternatives like Venmo and whatever. So yeah. So that's what
type of information that we need. Does that make sense? So if this has happened to other people, how did they get by? What did they do? Can they just go about and get another account on PayPal? Does anybody know this? What are they looking for?
Well, let's not talk about stuff that is illegal or against their terms of services.
But it isn't, though, is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, this show is also for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, this is, yeah. So it's like, the censorship has gone ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. It's like frigging Gestapo. So, yeah.
What happened to free speech? At what point did we lose free speech?
It's happened so slowly that we've kind of just fallen into it, haven't we?
David Icke calls that the totalitarian tiptoe.
Tiptoe, yeah. So, Greg, you should publish your works in a book. It would be a way to get your information out. What a brilliant idea, Claire. I like that. Claudette, sorry. What do you think?
Yeah, I could do that.
I'm writing these down, by the way, everybody.
I appreciate the suggestions from everyone. Very open-minded to anything at this point.
Yeah, Vera, that is a great idea. I love it. I love it. And, you know, having to go over to the website more and more, does that make sense now? you know, because we don't know what's going to happen with YouTube, really. You know, if he's on their radar at this moment. And
I was thinking maybe changing up the logo, maybe doing something different with the logo,
why
or
not?
maybe even
Refresh.
changing up the look of the website and making it more, less cluttered and more streamlined.
Yeah. So did PayPal give a reason why they cancelled?
I don't believe so, because I ended up calling them up and they couldn't give me a reason when I called them.
And that's what Gregg's doing, Bren. Definitely alternative platforms, you know, reaching out on there. I mean, I was speaking to a lady, you know, recently, and, you know, we were saying, but we haven't got the numbers. We haven't got the numbers. If you go to alternative platforms, you haven't got the same numbers. You can't make money from there, you know, all of these things. But she made a good point. She said, better to have 1,000 people who are awake and aware and able to share. Oh, that rhymes. Better to have awake and aware and able to share. You know, those people are committed and ready, and they will have people that they can then share to. Does that make sense? So you can have 1,000. If you're kind of, you know, some people we're thinking we've got to reach out to loads of numbers. It's like, but you know, sometimes there's power in those precious people, and we've got to trust that the universal energy will send this message that we're giving out to the right people. And that's where we've got to change our mindset to, they haven't got the power to keep doing this and suppressing, because we're not going to let it happen. Does that make sense? In our mindset, we are the weavers of our own timelines. Okay, so has anybody heard of timeline weavers? Because I only heard about this yesterday. Anybody else heard of timeline weavers? I think we are all timeline weavers, by the way. Gregg said yes, he's been a timeline jumper, you said, haven't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I got an Akashic record reading done, and apparently I've been jumping timelines throughout millennia, trying to heal what's gone wrong in the past. And sometimes when you make a move for the greater good, it is for the greater good, but there's also those that suffer, and that creates paradoxes that you want to create. You want to go back through and help them as well. And I've been doing that for a long time, apparently. So I just want, and this is what I'm trying to do: just bring Star Family together at this point, because we're at crunch time, and it's time. And that's exactly what Allie's doing. She's been doing the same thing. We've had the same mission, basically.
Yeah. But it's coming up to the end of the month. You know that if they've been suppressing Gregg the way they have, especially this month, it's hard. So we need to turn this around quickly. So this is why we're kind of putting it out there. And, I hate to say it, but if there is anybody who can either donate their time or if you wanted to do that and you think, well, I can't because you can't get through on his PayPal, okay, then you can send it through me and I'll give it to Gregg on the website psychically.net. Okay, so I don't want to dismiss that, but we're not kind of just asking for that. We're asking for ideas, volunteers, but obviously we're not going to say no to any help that comes through, because it's practical, it's crunch time. But we didn't want you to say, oh, well, I would have given, but I can't. Okay, so you can. And he's working on getting the Stripe payment situation sorted out. He's working all of that. It's not as easy as it just getting it.
Right. We still have the buy. You can buy me a coffee link on NYB.
Yes. But I'm loving these comments. Look at these, darling, from UFO Mark. You both do a tremendous amount for the community. Gregg and Ali and Sherry, you helped your M5D family. Let us help you back. just makes me very emotional. Oh, we want to
One of
come.
the ideas that Sarah Anu gave us, and I'm so grateful for Sarah
Thank you,
and
Donna.
all of her suggestions. Yes, thank you. Um, but one of her suggestions is to create an N5D mystery school. I thought that's a wonderful idea. So, yeah, totally down with that.
So Donna said, what's the best way of reaching you to your best email addresses? I think they are, oh, they're not, they're not on there. Okay, so we can write it in the chat, can't we? Do you want me to write it in there?
Yeah,
So for
yeah.
me, you're making me
Collective.
cry, guys, because you're just so wonderful.
You know what I could do is create a second YouTube channel and call it that. A secondary YouTube channel, call it Collective N5D.
Yeah.
And just, have everybody, basically, whoever's part of it, be able to contribute on there.
Yes.
And thank you again, Phil, my brother, for the super chat.
Wow.
Soulmates that want to come together.
Yeah. So I'm organising a little meetup. So if anybody is free, tomorrow and wants to kind of come in and chuck some ideas about and chat and basically create some love vibrational energy, positive energy back. See, I knew it. Entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea for entertainment purposes only.
Wouldn't it? So anyway, I'm organising this. I'll put the link here in Zoom. It's the Zoom link. So we're meeting up tomorrow, which is Wednesday, depending on when you're watching this. So it'll be Wednesday, the 24th of August, and we're going to be basically just chucking around some ideas and maybe get some organized kind of volunteers and things like that and organize that. So that's what we're trying to do. It's at 9 p.m. UK time, which will be 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll put the link in, but obviously in this chat, I don't know if it will stay there.
Yeah.
Isn't it great that God gave Greg an opportunity to overcome this and learn so much for the future? Absolutely. There has to, it's like I said to him when he was at his lowest yesterday, I said, we both admitted that there's got to be another bigger plan to this. There has to be.
So Allie was saying something along the lines of, looking into getting, because I told her, in order to get certain accounts, you need to have a distinguishable phone number. We'll put it that way. And she said, well, look into getting a $5 SIM card, because I have a second phone that I never use. I just use it for putting my music on when I go to the beach and play guitar. So I was looking into that, and it was like, I've got the page marked. It's like hello something phone, but you can get unlimited text and messages for $25 and an extra SIM card for an additional $5. So for $30, all that, I'm right now paying like $45. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a blessing. I can save a lot of money doing this and have that second number to sign up for something like, I don't know, maybe a paying account from a pal that would. Okay, I'm not going to say. David brought the idea up though before.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, because they need your phone number. So a secondary phone would be, well, at least a number. That $5 SIM card could give me that number, and that includes text. So, if they confirm my number with the text, I can get the code and so on and so forth. So, anyway, I'm totally digging everyone's suggestions. I really, really, really appreciate all of you. Thank
You
you.
see, this is backfired at them. At the end of the day, this is backfired. So, you know, they want to bring him down. They want to bring his emotions down. They want to kind of feed off what you call the loosh. That's what they want to do. It's done. It's what it's done is conducted love from everybody.
This is a great idea. Call your new channel for entertainment purposes only.
I wonder if there is a YouTube channel for that. Could you
If there
find one?
isn't, it. I think that's a great idea. I'm
Do it
gonna,
now. Do it now.
yeah.
It'd be great. That's brilliant. So the mystery school is a wonderful idea. Yeah. I've got some brilliant subjects that I could help with and teach. We did a teaching session on remote viewing. It was amazing. Again, another good idea
There's
there.
six
Mystery school.
six channels that have that name,
Oh, bugger it.
but nobody's really has. Like one guy's got 329 subscribers, 22, 3, 3, 1, 1. That's it. Oh wait, there's some more. 6, 535, 2. I guess there's a few more. 16, 5, 33, 19. Nobody has a big channel like that. You can still use that name anyway. I can just do N5D for entertainment purposes only.
That's a lovely message, Vera. Thank you.
Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you, Vera. Thank you.
Vera's got another good idea as well. So maybe if you are able to just pop in tomorrow, maybe see how you feel. I'll get up at 1 a.m. to come to your chat, Ali.
Aw.
Oh, Donna. Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you so much. Talking about Donna, do you know how Donna is? The other Donna.
Donna Rose.
Donna Rose. Just because she's come into my mind, can we send Donna Rose some healing? She's not been very well. Yeah. Make t-shirts. There you go. Make t-shirts that say things, memes, and quotes. I think that's a brilliant idea. I really do. But he did start something up. It wasn't it? You did start something up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It was different. Yeah. Just a thought, but I think that's a good idea. I'm going to write it down because even if Gregg doesn't do it now, he might do it later. Thank you. I've got some ideas I go through.
What are your thoughts on God? Do you believe in ancient civilizations and believe we came from extraterrestrials?
Yes, I do. I think we're from all different star systems. And we've Earth did a shout and said, we need help. We are being stifled and overrun by, it's like there was a balance. There was supposed to be a balance here. You know, there wasn't supposed to interfere with us. There wasn't supposed to, you know, it was like every now and again there'd be an evolutionary, you know, it's like, okay, they're now ready to learn about fire. Okay, so somebody comes down and teaches them fire. What they do with that is up to them. You know, it's free will.
Well, that's what happened with the Maya and Quetzalcoatl. He came down and taught them mathematics and agriculture. Yeah. You know, they worshipped him. In the Bible, they mentioned the Elohim early and often. El means God. The cult of El is Saturn worshiping. But El means God, and that's where you get the word elders. You know, anything that has that, or even the archangels, right? Raphael, Michael, you know, the gods, right? But Elohim, according to Jordan Maxwell's work in this, Ohim is plural. So you have God, plural. When they talk about the Elohim, they're talking about the demigods that came here. When you're talking about the God in the Bible, it's not God, it's Elohim, it's plural, the demigods. that wrote the Bible. So, and then if you look at, for example, blood types, there's 4 different blood types: A, B, AB, and O. It's impossible to get 4 different blood types from Adam and Eve. So how did we get here? It was either like what the Anunnaki said, that through this cuneiform texts, that they came up with a number of different experiments. The third and final experiment was called the Adama race. That's where Adam and Eve came from, was the Anunnaki. That story originates from the Anunnaki. That's why there's such a value on gold here in the world, because that's what the Anunnaki had the Adama race um, mining for them. So, yeah, don't get me going on this. I could talk for hours on that. That'll be part of the mystery school stuff, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Thanks for that. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you, David.
Yes, thank you, David. I appreciate
very,
that.
very kind. Very, very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we will get through it. We will. But I love that entertainment purposes only in 5D. In 5D for entertainment purposes only. What about that? In 5D.
Yeah, I've got that written down exactly like that.
Okay. Can I go through some of the other things, exciting things that we could do? It's like, maybe it's time. Maybe it was getting a bit stagnant. Maybe this is the kick up the arse that was needed. But I'd like to do some teaching on in 5D. Obviously, I do teaching on Psychic Alley, but I'd like to come on here and do some. Can I?
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, this is why I've got this platform with Streamline. It's for us.
We have been offered from lovely, kind people some bits and pieces so we can do a raffle or an auction. So if you guys have got anything that you think, I don't need this anymore, I don't want this, or you're willing to donate something, perhaps you make things, whatever that is, we could definitely use that for, we could do an auction, we could do the raffle. Does that make sense? So what our idea is you keep the product where you are, you send us a photograph with a little explanation of what it is, just in case, unless it's not obvious. If it's obvious, it's obvious, isn't it? And what we do is whoever picks that raffle prize, what we could do is from the raffle money, we send you the postage for whoever chose that product. So you don't have to send it to me or Greg. Does that make sense? So we send you the postage and you send it out to whoever has won that, or won it in the auction or the raffle. So that was an idea that we had, and we've got lots of people coming through with that. So if there is anybody who does have anything like that, any raffle prizes and things, or they make things, you can send me the information via the website. Okay, so PS. I have to remember how to do the whole thing. I usually just do Ellie.net. I think I've done that right. Have I, darling? Have I done that right?
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can send me information there. You can make payments. If you are going to be donating anything, please put Greg. Does that make sense? Because I need to know which is which. Does that make sense? And I'll get it over to Greg somehow. So
yeah.
I know.
Well, maybe something will happen with PayPal one way or the other.
Well, people do. People do. Send money abroad. Does that mean it says a Western Union or something?
Right.
We can do it through that. So I know they take a cut, but
Do you think blood types are a good way to find out where whom came from? I have an article.
I'm not sure.
I have an article on N5D. It's called. It's about Rh negative blood, and it basically asks if Rh negative blood means an alien heritage, because Rh negative blood wasn't around uh, for the longest time. It all of a sudden miraculously came into existence about 12,000 years ago in this area of Spain called Basque, Basque. And from that point forward, all of a sudden, Rh negative became a thing. It wasn't known beforehand. There was no existence of that beforehand. How was it? How was it put here? Well, it's kind of like what I was getting at before, and I kind of lost my track of where I was going. But it's either we were genetically manipulated by the Anunnaki, or we were seeded here by various star nations. That would explain the differences in language. Each language might be a star language, not just, oh, they're from Spain, so they speak Spanish. That might be a star language. The Mayan had, I think, one extra vertebrae. It might have been one fewer or one extra. More proof. I mean, look at each race. African Americans, each race is their own star people, right? So maybe it's a combination of how did we get here? Maybe it was the Adama race that was created by the Anunnaki, along with various star nations that came in and seeded this planet as a galactic experiment to see if we could all get along.
See, he's a mind of information. Absolutely. It's all there. It's all there. Vera, we wouldn't ever dream of you giving anything, anybody giving anything. You're struggling. Please don't give anything if you're struggling. That would create the wrong energy altogether.
Yeah.
The wrong energy. Some people are able to, and we appreciate that. If you can't, you're already donating, Vera, by your information. You gave us some valid information there to put in at the bottom for entertainment purposes only. We didn't think of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's great. Yeah. So thank you for that. And thank you, Mary Jane, for the 2222 super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So we've got lovely. What are origami? What are they? What's
origami? You know what origami? Aura. It's that.
I know origami is that, right. But what's origami?
I think it's a very creative name. That's for sure.
Okay. And Michelle Noel, I have pirate shipping.
What is
so
that?
I can donate jewelry and shipping if that would help.
What is pirate shipping?
Don't know.
Aw, thank you, Maureen.
Yeah. So yeah, this Donna, you can go to psychicalley.net and there's a contact information there. You can just contact me via the website. It's probably the quickest and easiest way is through the website.
I love you guys.
Thank you so much. I will donate adjustable Shungai EMF protection bracelets. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. We don't want to make the whole date night about this though. But
thank you for the suggestions. Thank you for the donations, and we'll get through this. I'm like I said, I'm totally digging the mystery school, the N5D mystery school. I'm digging the second channel of the N5D for entertainment purposes only, for getting people aboard on either N5D Facebook page or on N5D.com itself. Maybe writing your own articles and putting them on there, stuff like that. There's so many great ideas. Sarah had a lot of amazing ideas. Sarah Anu. So, and then we'll see what comes out of tomorrow's chat. I just want to thank everyone for being part of our amazing family. And I'll tell you what, when we first came on for the spirit chat, or not for spirit chat, for the global predictions, I felt, I could still feel what's been going on. It just doesn't go away. But the love that you feel, that we feel, on our end, from everybody in the chat that's watching and everything, it's palpable. It's tangible. It makes a huge difference. That loving energy, just the exchange, it can lift anyone. And I appreciate that. So thank you everyone for being part of this.
Thank you. And our Sarah is here. Sarah, that's who sent us the information, darling.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Elaine. I'm jotting these down so I can create a little voucher. Do you see what I mean? For you know.
Thank you for doing that.
A Reiki session. And Phil Christopher said he would donate a Reiki session as well. It's Chinese paper folding. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is that. Yeah. Yeah.
So pirate ship is discounted shipping.
Got some.
Oh,
got some. Orgonite pieces.
Maureen says that Janine went subscription website at an affordable rate. I can see so much more on yours, and you own it all. Yeah. So it's 6,000 articles on N5D.
Yeah.
Over 6,000. Been around since what? 2008, 2009, something like that. Yeah. Thousands of articles on there. Yeah.
I'm going to write all these down afterwards. I'll go back before we click out of here. I'll go and write all these down. Can I say about what happened to me that I feel that I've got to share it with everybody? Yeah. So I've written it down as well because it was just amazing what happened. So I did it was like a reading, but it was also kind of remote viewing and basically downloads. It was kind of a bit of everything. Our guides kind of intermingled, and she was saying things, I was saying things, back and forth and back and forth. And I told you about it, didn't I? Yep. And it was perfect timing that Gregg heard what he heard.
Yes.
Because it was like I could feel him sinking. Does that make sense? It's like that energy. Do you see what I mean? It was like, it was just, no wonder. Does that make sense? Being kicked. Okay. And they do it deliberately. Does that make sense? They do it deliberately. So anyway, good news though. So there are things that we have to be aware of. Okay. And us light workers, you all are light workers. Anybody who's spreading the light, you're a light worker. Well, the darker energy. So you're shedding all of this beautiful light out, okay? They want to stop that somehow. What's the quickest way to stop that light being shining out? Usually it's energy, and how to hit somebody energy-wise is in the pocket. Okay, so it's like this huge energy zap that's going on at the moment, and it is linking to, if you think of Illuminati, if you think of that, okay? So sign a contract, some pop stars, sign a contract, and you're going to have all of your wishes come true. And when someone is that desperate to have stardom and the riches and everything else, this is why they sign their life away. And what happens after they make that signature? Magically, they get contracts, they get this, they get, okay. So yeah, we can say that they are doing it, but I think it goes deeper than that. I think it goes to AI. Okay, so AI have this, it's like a rhythm. Does that make sense? It's like where some people are successful and some people are not. So the people who are shining the brightest, who are the light workers, who are perhaps self-employed and trying to get their name out there, trying to just get by, okay? And there are a lot of people who, you know, it's like there's a lot of people that are going to say, oh my God, that's happening to me. So we're not alone here. So yes, there is shadow banning, but there is also things like potential clients not being able to see your work, you know, you finding it as if you're a lack of energy. Does that make sense? It's like today I just haven't got any energy to get out there and, you know, to push myself, you know, to promote myself, to, you know, so let me know if any of this resonates with what's going on with you, because it did me when this was being spoken of. Well, there are attachments that are going on at the moment, and they are just attaching themselves, and you have no idea that it's happening to you, and they are zapping our energy. And we do need to take charge of this. We do need to. So I'm going to do a little kind of clearance in a minute after this. We'll do a little visualization clearance to see if we can detach this away. Okay, so we've got some the brighter the light, it happens. Absolutely, Ali. Totally resonates with me too. Yep. So it's happening more and more and more. Before it was quite easy. When I first started out, I used to have these little postcards that I put in windows. Does that make sense? And, you know, for my readings, and I got, you know, busy. Does that make sense? And then it was word of mouth. So first of all, you put it out there, and then it's word of mouth. It just comes in. But this is what's happening now. Does that make sense? So they are working on these attachments, these entity attachments. And that doesn't mean to say you're possessed. It's nothing like that. It's like a drain. Does that make sense? It's like it's a drain that just goes on you, and it zaps and zaps and zaps and takes away your energy, your power, your light. Now, the way it gets fed is by you feeling as if you've got a lack of power to change it. So every time you think, well, this is a vicious circle, or, you know, oh, they can do so much now, and they can do this, and I'm being blocked here, and oh, it's that, and then we start making an excuse as to, well, nobody's actually buying a reading from me, or buying my products because it's the school holidays and their skin, or it's this, or it's that. And that is implanted into you. Does that make sense? There's a, you know, don't look into this too closely. Don't you think that it's an entity? No, it's just the time of year. It's just this. Oh, I've lost my knack. I'm not good enough. You know, so each time one of those energies goes out there to the universe, it creates another timeline. Okay, and that timeline, if you hear of Dolores Cannon talking about timelines, she said that if you make a decision about, you know, maybe, you know, so you're in a relationship and you're not happy, for instance, this is for instance, obviously it's not to do with me and Greg, but this is for instance. So you think to yourself, oh, I just don't want to be in this relationship anymore. So you think to yourself, you know, that starts to go out. Does that make sense? To the universe that you're going to leave. Does that make sense? And go onto the other timeline. You've heard Dolores Cannon say somewhere in another dimension that timeline exists. And the more that you keep thinking about it, I wonder what would happen if I did leave. That is then feeding that timeline. Okay, so you carry on with your timeline. Does that make sense? You know, you're there, you're putting stuff into it, you know, that's fine. But every now and again, you start to go, oh, they've been an arsehole again. Perhaps I should have left. You're giving that more energy. Okay, so think about this. If the dark energies want you to have, maybe it's, the fact is you're not putting much effort into that relationship, and that's because there's a doubt being put into your head that that person just isn't good enough for you, or whatever's happening. Can you see how they are manipulating? It's to do with that mind control, that subliminal messages. It's that kind of energy that's coming in. So what we're needing to do is to shut down any timelines that go on a negative pathway. So think about being a timeline weaver. So you are going to weave with thread, you're going to weave with silk thread, a positive outcome, a positive one. So you might be in the middle of going through something, but at the end of the day, you can make it positive because your mindset goes, this is a blip, it's fine. If this relationship isn't going to work, that's okay too, because that's what's meant to be. So you keep straight. Does that make sense? You keep your, it's like the chariots. Does that make sense? Black and white. Does that make sense? The black and white horses. You're keeping on to the same pathway. So when you have those little doubts, does that make sense? Like a new business, oh, it's never going to take off. Cancel, clear, delete, push it out. Does that make sense? To the positive. I can do this. I am the best person for what I'm doing. I have got the strength, the character, and the know-how to go forward. You don't have to fully believe all of this. You just have to say the words. You then, as you're saying the words then become reality. The snowball effect becomes positive. You're weaving your timeline. You're weaving it, you're creating it. But each time that a negative comes in, you have to ignore, push away, cancel, clear, delete, push yourself back onto the positive timeline again. And sooner or later, that timeline will dissolve. That will dissolve because you're not giving it any energy. That is going to piss off the entity or the attachment that you've got. It will piss them off. Okay. And they'll try another way. They'll start to have doubt in your parenting skills, or the fact that you're a crap friend, or the fact that, well, it could be anything. It could be anything. So does this kind of make sense to people as to what's going on? Because this was like ding, 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 as it came through yesterday. Okay, so basically this is up to you. Does that make sense? You've got to create your future. Then we need to go further still, and we need to create our world. First of all, take charge of your life. Take charge of your future. Weave your timeline. Does that make sense? For the positive. When I'm reading cards, I didn't know I was doing this. But when I'm reading cards, I'm lucky enough with my guides and my team. They show me sometimes 3 timelines ahead. Does that make sense? They show it to me. And I'm picking the best one, picking the best timeline. So I concentrate on the best timeline. I might see that they could go down a different pathway, but I'm not having it. I'm not going down that pathway with them. So it's an affirmation. It's a positive affirmation that I'm giving out as I'm doing the reading. Now, if there's something that is a little bit hairy or a little bit sticky or a little bit kind of like, oh, you know, what you're doing is just saying, okay, there's going to be a hurdle. This is kind of going to happen. But you've got the power for this to be a small little hiccup in the road, or you could avoid it altogether. Does that make sense? Now I've said it. Now you know. You might not be able to. You might not be able to change it, but if you can, you now know that you can. Does that make sense? Believe in yourself again. So what you're doing is you're weaving your future to go into the best timeline. So when I'm reading the cards, this is why I'm adamant that I feel that we have to somehow stop looking at the, oh, this could happen, or that could happen, or they're going to get to me, or they've got the power to do this, or, you know, stop giving them your power now, right now, this second. Decide it's not going to happen anymore. Any time that your mind, your thoughts go down that other timeline, you're creating it. You're creating it. No, cancel, clear, delete. No, we're going down this timeline. I prefer this one. We're going down that one. And then once you've mastered yours, please try and help people around you, friends, family members. They may or may not be ready to hear what you're saying. They may think, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that or at all. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you've planted that seed, And sooner or later, they're going to get to the point where you got and say, I've got to change this situation because whatever I'm doing isn't working. And so, but you started that ball rolling for them. You did, you know, and there's nothing else you can do. You can't drag them down the right pathway. They have to come to their own way. Okay, they have to come to their own way. That's how it is. So, what was the other thing I wanted to say? Yeah, so basically you're just creating all the time. Then when you've helped your family, your friends, then think bigger. Does that make sense? Your community. Okay, so how are we going to help the community? What little ideas would help the community? For instance, I thought to myself, what about a community farming? No, a community market. A community market. So a community market is where, you know, people in the community, in your little community, however big that is, could be a town, could be state, but I'd say it's a smaller community. It's like, right, I'm very good at, and I've got lots of land, I'm going to grow corn, or I'm going to grow carrots, or I'm going to grow this, or I'm brilliant at making bread, or I'm good at jam, or I'm good at honey because I've got beehives. I'm this, I'm that. So what you're doing is you're putting your name down, does that make sense? And saying, I promise to be at this market every week with my product. And everybody else does the same thing. No money exchanged hands for hiring out any place. Does that make sense? It's just a piece of an area. Does that make sense? Like they do here in England, they do boot fairs where you open your boot up and anything you don't want anymore, people just kind of come and buy it off you. Okay, so I'm not saying it's all free. Does that make sense? You could do the bartering if you wanted to. I've got some bread, you've got some jam, happy days. But think about these little projects because they'll start to come to you. Please write them down. And please, maybe if there's somebody who's good at organizing in that community, start these. So first of all, start off with you and your timeline, then your friends and family timeline, and then your community timeline, then the world timeline. Does that make sense? So, and just to finish off, just quickly, and I know I'm talking a lot and I'm sorry, but think about this. I think that everybody around the world, whenever your clock, make it put an alarm, says 111 or 1111 or 2222, whatever you've chosen, you send out a bolt of love, a bolt of positive energy, a timeline that you want. Okay. And so all people around the world will do this. The alarm will go off. You can do it once a day or twice a day, whatever you can do, and it just sends a bolt of energy out. That is the only way that we're going to, I think, quench this darkness that is trying to overcome everybody and all the light workers around us. Sooner or later, that energy, that entity will dissolve. It won't be able to survive anymore because there's no more loosh. There's no more loosh because you are then self-sufficient, happy, vibrant. It's just a frequency. They can't get near you if your frequency is high enough. They just can't. Know your power. Start to frigging kick ass now. They've had their power for long enough, and we need to change it. And I'm sorry to get all warrior woman, but that's how I feel. So there was lots more that went on, and I will do other videos, and maybe we can do a something. But anyway, I'll stop now. Got my soapbox. I can't hear you, my love.
I think people are totally digging it. I put up all the comments, a lot of the comments that people just totally resonated with what you said.
Yeah.
You know, what you said to me was like one of the mantras. I'm more powerful than they think I am. They've never met anyone like me.
That's it. And they haven't. They haven't. You can shine your light so brightly that it's just like it blasts out. So So just quite simply, just close your eyes right now. Just do it right now. Just close your eyes. Think of yourself as a bright light. And now beam that light out. And when you're beaming out, it dissolves anything that's attached to you. 3, 2, 1. Beam your light. Visualize any entities or attachments or any shit negativity dissolving away. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, my love. And thank you to Leona for the super chat. Love and light to you, Greg and Allie. Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
So
we are
many
more
wonderful-
powerful, and together we're really powerful.
Oh yeah, I think that scares them more than anything. You know, when
Oh, yeah.
twin flames come together, it's the whole of one, the actual whole of one to accomplish everything, move mountains, and they don't like that. But yeah, there's so many amazing comments you might want to go back and take a look at.
I will.
Approximately about an hour and 10 minutes into it, the video from that
Okay.
point forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Were you answering that, my love?
Shot beams out of your chest like Care Bears.
I love that. Care Bear.
Right?
There's just somebody who's asking about t-shirts, darling. Oh, sorry. Sorry,
That's
you had
okay.
something else.
How do I wash my tie-dye certain way to keep it from fading? I don't know. I don't notice a lot of fading. I wear mine often, and I just wash them with regular, dark clothes, and I don't wash them any way special. Just
Always wash them with dark clothes, though.
always wash with dark clothes, though, because, you don't want to be surprised. But yeah, Seeker's saying you can send out love on the hour. And that's what I was doing the other day. I made a post, and I want to thank everyone for sending Allie all this loving, healing energy.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
I made
for
a post, and so many of you responded. And I'm so grateful, and Allie is too, obviously. But that's what I was doing every hour on the hour. I was just like sending more energy to her.
that. Yeah.
It does
And
make you.
I wouldn't put it past them that they try and get to me like that. And so that's the last time they're doing that to me.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Be your own timeline weaver. Be your own timeline weaver.
Yeah.
You have the power.
I agree. I have the power.
Yep. You do. You do.
Hi, Cheryl and Alicia Rose. Hi to everyone that we missed and has came in and joined us. It's amazing how the conversation just flows on date night. There's just so many cool things that are brought up in the chat where, that we end up talking about, and other people share their thoughts with us. And I totally love, how we have, like, for example, this. Hi, Doreen. How we can highlight the comments here from not only YouTube, but from both Facebook pages. Here's, Jeannie joining us on Facebook.
Yeah.
You see the little F right there for Facebook. Bonnie. So it is. I feel bands binding me, and I visualize clipping all the way around me.
Yep.
And then I gather the bands as they drop off and hand them to a Holy Spirit.
That's another thing in my little book that I forgot to say, and I wanted to say. So say you've got somebody around you who's in a bad mood, and they're oozing out this gunk. Okay. Scoop it up. Scoop it up. Visualize yourself scooping it up, packing it into a ball, and then giving it to your angel to take away.
I like that.
You've stubbed your toe. You've got that energy going out there. You first of all, you're healing it, but you're taking with any of that kind of tar energy, and you're just saying, okay, can you take that?
Sherry probably gave you better advice than me because I just wash it regular with regular detergent. But she's saying I wash Greg's tie-dye shirts in gentle detergent and hang them up to air dry. Mine look as bright as the day I bought them. So that's probably a much better answer than mine. I'm a dude. That's what dudes do.
He's a dude.
Chicks don't do that, apparently.
Dudes and chicks. I will go to my email and have a look. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's an exciting time to realize just how much power we have, and that's what they don't want. And that's why they're trying to drain us. Why they're trying to do it. What I say. This man's energy has changed so much. Honestly, when we first came on, I thought, I don't know how he's going to get through global predictions and then date night. I don't know how he's going to get through. You guys have given him so much love and support.
Yes. Yeah. Got my hands on my little djembe drum, and I just kind of like drum away a little also.
That changes energy as well, doesn't it?
I do.
Yeah. But, if there are anything that we can do for you, does that make sense? You just let us know if there's stuff that we can do. It's an exchange. But I was thinking, isn't that a good idea about the community? Does that make sense? Bring it back to the community.
Yep.
Where you all meet together. You all meet together and you've all got something to sell. And, let's get it back to that.
I think we will be like the Phoenix Rising, all of us. I'm bringing y'all with me. We're all going on this ascension journey.
We were thinking about a telephone reading line as well, guys.
Yeah.
So we've got loads of wonderful readers, and just wondered what you guys thought about that telephone in 5D telephone reading line.
And the best way, go to Allie's website, psychically.net.
Yeah, I'd love to read for you, Maureen. I always do give extra.
Always.
So, and that's my way of giving back. Hippie chicks. So, the other thing is I wanted to do a little kind of, it's like these little scrolls with little daily readings, and there's a little prize in there. So I'm going to be doing that as well. Are we still doing our Day of Gratitude, darling? Are we doing that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We haven't really announced an official date yet. So
yeah.
Okay. I want to do something. It's taking me forever to do something that I can't do right now.
Oh, so Deb said, I've been doing the classes replays. Patreon will be ready to do readings on the reading hotline. Yes, Deb. Can I put you down for that? Perfect. Telephone readings. Deb.
Awesome.
Treadway.
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of the other ones as well. Yeah. Have you guys watched David Icke's video where he is trashing Trump? He always trashes Trump, and that's the only thing that makes it a bit dodgy with David Icke.
That's what I was trying to find. Book a reading with Alison.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And you won't regret it. She's amazing. Everybody here that's had a reading with her can attest. Or if you've even heard just her giving the weekly tarot forecast and how accurate those are, imagine how much more accurate she can be when she tunes into your energy. So
I love it. and there is about some of the readings I've got about $30 off, $20 to $30 off. A lot of the readings at the moment, there's a big sale on that as well. So
you know what, hanging laundry, we were talking about putting a schedule together for like a monthly schedule on what's going on Invite. That was one of um, whose idea was that? Was that yours, or was that?
I don't know. We kind of mixed it back and forth in the end.
Yeah, it might have been Morejo who came up with that idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who came up with it, but yeah, to put out like a monthly block of what's happening on N5D, and that way maybe I can schedule in some spirit chats or whatever, so you guys have heads up on stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's an awesome idea. Thank you. And what I can do is I can just put that right at the top of N5D, before, on the home page, the monthly schedule. Yeah. Schedule.
Why don't we start the agency again? N5D agents, psychic agency again.
N5D psychics.
Yeah, N5D psychics, and that could be the telephone readings, but also it's like they could have a little information about each reader.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yep. Yeah. I'm down.
Just writing all these down because we do. So
I'll get it all done tomorrow.
Yes. I think we do need to do that gratitude day, though, darling. We were going to give out. I was going to do some readings for donations. We were going to do this. So we do need to do that still, love. We've got the end of the month, and they've stitched you up this month big and proper. So
yeah. Let's plan on it for them this Sunday. I'll make an ad for it, a promotion for it. We'll do that.
Trying to find my diary, but I don't think I'm doing anything this Sunday. So
okay.
I'm happy to do that. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, let's do it. Sunday it is, baby.
Right. What time?
That's what I don't know what.
Last time we were doing it 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. in UK, and it was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Yep. That'd be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific. Join in whenever you can. You don't have to join us at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
If you want to, we're not going to say no.
No.
Have a cup of coffee with us. Well, I don't drink coffee.
Well, it is buy us a coffee or something. Yeah. So we can do that. So Sunday we'll do that. Yeah, because we can do it before, but we'll have some other way of doing any payments and everything. We'll sort it out.
Yeah. Yep. Just going through my freezer trying to figure out what am I hungry for, and I saw that I had some chicken noodle soup frozen. I made a huge batch of it, huge, and I had this big Ziploc bag full of frozen chicken noodle soup. So I got it on the stove, and I've been going back and forth checking on it. So looking forward to it. Homemade chicken noodle soup's the best.
Oh, you made that when you wasn't feeling too good.
Yep. Yeah, and you could always. That's the magic of, well, for those who enjoy cooking, that's the secret ingredient is love that you put in there. I love cooking, and that goes into the food. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for me.
That's all right. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we're talking about, and we're gonna go get done here ASAP. So, and we're looking forward to bringing everybody along with us. This is going to be a fast track to ascension.
Yeah, and essentially we can give back to you lot as well. That's what we want. We're not asking for something for nothing.
Exactly.
We want to share our love out. And
I'll be looking to help promote you guys as well on N5D. So actually, the more you end up sharing the N5D, the more you're promotions get out there to other people as well. So
Yeah. Brian Chapman's got an interesting question there.
the World Economic Forum is pushing the Great Reset. Can you look into it?
I've heard of this, yeah.
They say you will own nothing and be
We
happy.
are live.
Yeah, and you'll eat bugs and you'll be happy. And I see they're pushing that insect agenda. Yeah. Well, we can do that for next week if you want, for the cards.
I can choose a few cards. I don't see it going anywhere. But
Yeah, there's just, they tried this with, what was it, Agenda 2021? Was that what it was, or Agenda 2020? What was it?
Agenda 21. It was Agenda 21, and then now they've done another one, Agenda 30.
Yeah, because they can't. It's all falling apart on them.
This is the theft card. Okay. Strategy adjustments, changes against us. That's what they're trying for. But the good soldiers are coming in and they've squashed it, basically. So they can think or plan or say whatever they want. It can't go through.
I agree.
Can't happen. Not going to happen. Can't happen.
Yep. Yeah, especially with the Pluto. Especially with the Pluto and Capricorn energies of that truth vibration right now. It's just way too powerful.
Yeah. They're still generating the fear. They are. Good night, Bonnie. Thank you for joining us.
Are you live?
We are, Jody.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're live.
Jody.
Unless you're watching this on the recorded version.
I haven't told you. Jody is sending some unique makeup again, and she's also sending. She sent some money over, so I have told you. At the moment, Jody, I can't give it to him because I don't know how to do it without his. He hasn't got this thing,
Right.
but I will find a way. I will find a way. Yeah.
Thank you, Jody.
Yeah, they are. So Michelle just said, I just sent emails. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And we will get through this. We will get through this, and we're a community.
Yep.
You feel a bit better, don't you? That now that people are, because I know that you didn't want to ask anybody in for anything.
Yeah, I do. And Brian, you ordered another shirt, and that should be there any day now. So I mailed it out. I think it was a couple days ago. So you should get that, I'm guessing, by tomorrow. And thank you for your orders. Appreciate that, brother. Up in upstate New York. I won't say where he's from, but I used to go to your hometown to watch a certain basketball team play. When I was a kid. When I was younger, much younger.
So I know that we've got quite a few people who are going to be brilliant on the agency.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jody.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Will the executive order 14767 take effect in December when it's supposed to?
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. EO 14767. I don't know what that is.
I have looked into Trump and some of the executive orders that he did do. Some of them are not out there, but he has done them. He has implemented them, and Mr. Well, whoever you call the president, whatever he is, he's hidden them. He's hidden them. That they're put away. He doesn't want people to know what Trump has done, but they are still done.
Yeah, if you notice, Brian, your shirt will have sand on it. Quartz crystal. There will be quartz crystal sand. I always put a little sprinkle on there for everyone. So you're getting that 99.9% quartz crystal sand energy, Atlantis sand, which I believe from Siesta Key. I believe that's the remnants, part of the remnants of Atlantis. Atlantean sand.
I'm just writing this down. Thank you so much, Michelle, for donating a pendulum as well. So if anybody does have anything that we can either raffle or we can auction, please send a photograph of it. And if anybody does pick that particular item, we will pay for the post and packaging. I know Michelle's kind of explained that she will pay for that, and we appreciate that so much. But if there is anybody who needs the post and packaging money, then we will give it.
Okay, so that executive order was about a central bank digital currency. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I don't know.
But these questions, we can definitely go into it in more detail next Tuesday.
The mark of the beast, right? The mark of the beast coin. Yeah.
I was speaking to a paramedic the other day, and they mentioned that there is a lot of paramedics and medical people here in the UK who have not had the jab. They have seen the effects of what's happened, entertainment purposes, but they've seen it.
Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. Just saying.
And they, a lot of people throw jabs in boxing. So.
Oh, they do. Yes.
Yeah. So you're talking about boxing, I
of
assume.
course, I'm talking about boxing.
Okay. Yeah.
And also that's what made me think of the mark of the beast as well.
Oh,
because
yeah.
That's to do with the third punch.
Brian said that I love the sand, and I try to save it from when I open the package and put it with my crystals. Awesome.
Oh, lovely.
Morejo has like a little vial that she's saving hers in.
Oh, Deb, thank you. I'll write that down, Deb. So Deb is going to promote a remote healing.
That's awesome.
Very, very kind of you. With body scan and chakra alignment. That's so kind.
Wow. Thank you.
So what I'll do is I'll create some vouchers so people can see what's what. Oh, here we go.
Jody said,
here we go. Love chat, adult, blah, blah, blah. Oh.
Thank you, Jody.
Are you blocking or am I blocking? I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Done it. Stacey said, I told my neighbour about your shirts, Greg, and in 5D. She stopped me in the street to ask about my amazing t-shirt. I love them. I tell everyone. Ah, thank you. You see, just that means a lot to us.
Yeah, definitely. Andrew's saying that I feel Florida sits on a giant underwater crystal pyramid. I believe that. I think there's definitely a reason why we have this quartz crystal sand here in Siesta Key. And that, is it possible that Atlantis may have been part of like the Bermuda Triangle in that area? Who knows? I think so. Chicken noodle soup is magic. It is. It is.
You haven't made that for me yet. I'd like to have some of that.
And thank you for blocking the, unless that was Mark or Claudette. Who caught that? Was that?
No, I did. I just got.
Thank you. Right on top of that. Awesome.
Do you have business cards, Greg?
I sure do. I include them when people order a shirt.
Nice business card.
And then I usually will write a note thanking them on the back for their purchase and support.
Yeah.
Siskiyou Beach, Florida is one of the best places in America to live on many different articles. Yeah, I agree. And we got the best governor, Ron DeSantis. Yes, I will give you as many as you want. I got a bunch of them. So
Maybe you could swap. What about swapping business cards? That might be a way.
Yeah, yeah.
You swap
I
it.
love that. I think that's a great idea. Maybe I should just create a page of people's business cards.
Yeah, but haven't you done that with your, your articles?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
if somebody's doing that for you, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You could do a deal maybe on that. It's a bartering as well.
Oh, okay, Bonnie, you're on Facebook. It would be on YouTube. So you'd have to go to the N5D YouTube channel. Yeah. So I'll just put for those that are
Mm-hmm.
that are on Facebook that want to join in on the chat here, because there's a lot more people chatting on. There you go, right here.
So on Sunday, some of the ideas that me and Greg have got for Sunday is a way of giving back, and also kind of giving some of our services away, but also if anybody can, to flow it back. Does that make sense? So that it's like that. So I'm going to be doing some readings. So you can ask me a question. Basically, it could be a private question about what couldn't be too private, because obviously it's going to be a live reading. But you can ask a question, and I will do a reading around that question. For a donation, and then it could be a political one if you wanted to, global predictions, that sort of thing. Or we can do. I'm going to be doing some teaching as well. I'm going to be teaching astrology linked with tarot. So I'm going to do that. What are you going to be doing, love?
I'll be having a chat with my friend Brian. I'm going to do like a little informal chat about anything and everything. You'll find out a little about probably some stuff I've never told anyone. This guy's got a memory like a steel.
I want to see that.
Yeah, he'll tell some stories about things that I probably have forgotten about, and everyone will get a laugh out of. So that's going to be fun. I'll have a new comedy skit video on. What was that? Oh, smudging. Yeah, I got a video. I'll be releasing that video that day on smudging, and I think you guys will dig it. But yeah, it's just a lot of online fun and entertainment throughout the day. So
There's going to be some money off t-shirts, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts. I'm going to be doing a big sale on some jewelry and things as well. So it's just a day of hanging out, and hopefully I'll see if maybe Elaine Thorpe is around.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if she can do that.
Yeah. And we've got we're doing another interview with Gloria Masters. So if you didn't see, she's got a new book or paper out on surviving satanical.
But that'll be on Rumble and Twitter. That interview, because you can't. That's something you can't put on here.
Yeah, but what people are doing is they're doing the first bit, the tame bit, and then saying if you want to see the rest of this, go over to Rumble. That's what people are doing, aren't they now? They give a taster, and then it
Right.
because she's an amazing woman. If you've got have a look at gloriamasters.com.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. She's just such a feisty kind of, but gentle but feisty lady getting through what she's gone through. It's the worst one I've ever seen. Read her book. Highly recommend her book. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So you can find that. Well, you can find her on YouTube, and the interview that we did with her is still up, I believe, right?
I think so. I don't know. No, because we didn't do it on YouTube. We did it on BitChute.
I know, but I think she uploaded it.
Did she?
I
Oh,
think
brilliant.
So. I'll check.
Yeah.
And Mark, that holographic disclosure, yes, I do remember. It was the name of the uploader, Secret Key Activator, that triggered my memory of all that. And it's a fantastic series. I totally agree with that. And I don't know why they stopped doing them. I thought there'd be like a lot more series to that series. But I'm looking at this one. The first one, 1 out of 7, got 879,000 views. All right, Gloria Masters. Let's see if there she is. Videos.
She's a very intriguing lady. And we've got, hopefully, this other person as well who's had an amazing near-death experience. I've reached out to that guy, David, and hopefully he'll agree to come on and be interviewed there.
Yeah. So maybe she didn't. I don't see it on her channel, but I'll post a link to her channel anyway in the chat room. Yeah.
I had to do a clear out of kind of friends that had, because it got up to the 5,000 again. So I had to have a look through and see if there was anybody who didn't have any profiles up. That's time consuming, isn't it? Going through all of that. Yeah, this guy's called David Ditchfield.
Jody's sending lots of hearts on. That's one thing we can't see here on YouTube is all the hearts popping up from people that are on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jody.
Well, what do you think? Should we wrap it up? I'm getting hungry for some chicken noodle soup.
I know. I bet you can smell it coming through. Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, so are you, Doreen. You are too. I'm just getting the mystery gifts organised to be sent out. So I enjoy the monthly mystery gifts on my Patreon. So it's my Patreon on Thursday. My Patreon's on Thursday. So
okay. Yes.
It's a video chat. So we basically meet every month and we just do card readings for each other. So I'll pick some cards for people. Other people pick cards. So one time it went on 6 hours, so we can't have that. But
I was there.
Yeah.
And then for the N5D Patreon, we have, and this will all be put onto once we get the monthly schedule going.
Yeah.
But the first Wednesday of every month is when we have the N5D Patreon Insiders Club private chat. So that's first Wednesday of each month on Patreon.
Yeah.
So all the links are below. If you want to join Allie's Patreon or my Patreon, join her Facebook page or her YouTube channel. All the links are down there.
We want to hug you too.
Aww.
We're gonna go on hopefully sometime we're going to go on a little. Did my lights just change then? It is. They're fading.
Yeah, I believe it did.
I've been trying to, and all of a sudden it does it without me doing anything. Anyway,
yeah.
we want to do a tour, don't we? Go around and do a tour and
that would be awesome.
meet everybody. Kind of say, right, we're here. Does anybody want to come and?
But we got to get you here to the United States.
Yeah.
And thank you for the super sticker, Mark. Appreciate that, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. And thank you everybody who's agreeing to help, and hopefully see you tomorrow in the chat. So the link to the chat that we're doing for, you know, ideas about how to help in 5D and what needs to be done, and if there's any volunteers or anything, that's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, and that's going to be 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time, and the link to the Zoom is there in the chat there. Perhaps I'll put it again once more.
Yeah, and I'll put it down in the more info section also. I'll put that right at the top of the more info
section. Oh, thank you.
Is there do you need any password or anything?
No.
Okay. Got it.
1 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific. There we go.
And what do you want to call that?
It's favorite 5D meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Maureen said I'm near Yosemite.
Yosemite.
What does that say?
Yosemite.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, you guys don't have like Bugs Bunny? Yosemite Sam?
No.
You don't? No?
No.
Oh, you don't know who Bugs Bunny is?
Bugs Bunny, I do, yeah.
Well, he's one of the cartoon characters in that whole Bugs Bunny family, Yosemite Sam. He's a little short guy with beard, mustache, cowboy.
Oh, is that what he's called? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jodie's learned how to do Zoom. Well done. It took me a while, I tell you.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, you know, it's already down there right now for anyone that joins, jumps on N5D and watches this broadcast. You already see its first link in the more info. Got it in there.
Thank you. See you guys tomorrow, and see the Patreon lot on Thursday.
Much love to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being part of our N5D family. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.